Hello, welcome back to GGobbie, your graphite goblin who's turning on his lamp on now. I just got back from work. Sorry, have not done a thing with my hair since getting back from work. Kind of procrastinated driving home a little bit. Whatever. It's gonna be what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna do my usual thing and just do the first hour of sketching. I had started a sketch yesterday, and the more I thought about it, the harder it sounded, the idea that I had for my raid alert. So I'm going to try something different. I'm going to start something different, and we will see how it goes. Let me pop out chat. And then I will switch camera down. Move phone off camera. We don't want to dox anyone. So yeah, I'll just start drawing. I've had another idea. I've had a few different ideas for my raid alert, and that was kind of the first one that I thought of when I started stream yesterday, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, it's kind of hard to make a 2-frame thing. So we are gonna start. How are we gonna start this? Yeah, I think I can do that. 4-inch. 1, 2, 3. Then do another one over here. 4-inch. 2, 1. There. Got a clear scale. Sorry if I'm still very sniffly and allergic. Yeah, Minnesota is relentless when it comes to pollen. There are many things that I love about this state. That is not one of them. Then I think maybe I'll just draw. Yeah, close enough. Kind of, well, hold on. I mean, this is more of a profile, so it's been a while since I've had to do this specific angle. Let's do the jaw a little bit smaller. We want the head to be a bit rounder. We're going to do the jaw portion a bit shorter. Okay. Then, for the sake of height, apparently I'm exactly 2 inches up from the guideline. Mark that. And there. And that'll get erased at some point. I'm still on 5H, so oh, what up? Wow, what happened there? I apologize if the my early stage is usually kind of hard to see. I suppose I could get a stronger light on it. I'll be right back. I can't tell if that's better or worse, but I guess the exact positioning doesn't matter. And then the head width is a little over 3/4. A little over 3/4. So we'll start up here. And this one was a little bit in from inch 3. And yeah, my lines are super broken and scribbly. I will refine them when I get to a stronger pencil. I have ADHD, and I think it may be the reason why, for me, it's easier to do that for doing lines. Because if I had to try and draw a straight line, okay, that went suspiciously well. But if I try to draw a straight line or like a line in a direction that I want it to go, I tend to go off course pretty quickly. So I tend to try and get the general shape with like kind of shaky lines. And then once I have a clearer idea of where I want the line to be, I can sort of trace over it with a harder pencil. Or with a bolder pencil would be more accurate. Now, we'll have this one tilt this way. Okay, sorry. Hmm. Got a little fang in there. Now, what I'm aiming for is an expression of confusion, maybe concern on this one. That eye is way too far forward. Let's move it back. Hmm. I want the eye to be bigger. Man, the struggle is real right now. It's been a while since I've done a good profile. Nope. There goes the motorcycle. I don't know why this eye is driving me crazy. In the mouth, too. We're getting there, though. I think I pulled that ear a little too far back. No. Ear needs to be bigger in some way. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, did I not change my category? Category art. There we go. Pre-game sketch and chat. I'm still not entirely sold on this face. think I see the problem. Erase the whole damn thing. Let's see. Do this a little more cartoony. Its jaw, go back to here. Start the ear here. Jaw still goes there. Ear ends here. Yeah, that's what I was going for. All right. And then that should be a little easier for me to redraw because it's like simpler shapes. Maybe pull this back a little bit, the nostril. He's got like more nose than ear, but that's fine. All right, now for trying to do a simple body, I've done so many more like proportional characters, or like I've done a lot more with like Dwarven proportions lately. So like doing kind of a thinner and scrawnier character is going to be kind of a challenge. And I've tried a few times, but I always end up making him like meatier than I mean to. I don't know that I want him to have such a muscular shape to him. There we go. Get rid of some of those guidelines. Yeah, I like how this is coming along. All right, GGobbie 2. I'm going to give GGobbie 2 more of a clown nose, I think. More bulbous. Or likewise going to bring his jaw in a little bit. Now pull his eye back a little bit. Almost feel like I'm using language that you would use in like The Sims, Create a Sim. All right, we gotta exaggerate that nose a little harder. Looks a little more Dwarven. Let's see. About an inch in shoulder width for the first one. Maybe go a little wider, ever so slightly wider on the second one. He seems like a hardier dwarf. Dwarf? I meant Gobbie. Goblin. Yeah. Give him a little belly. Sorry for any dad noises you hear. I'm almost 40. I don't have kids, but I still make dad noises. So this is more getting the proportions and kind of like the personality out of their faces. Hmm. Okay. Now, to redraw them at a different angle with different expressions and different poses. This is where the real challenge begins. God, his nose takes up like his whole face. Let's try this. Because his eye line actually kind of up here. The bridge of his nose is like way up above. Higher than it normally would be on a human. Like his septum is probably wider too. Yeah. Well, I screwed that up a little bit, but let's do that and that. Don't want it to look too round. We want it to look sharp. Although maybe I could dull the tip on the profile version. Slightly. Alright, I feel like I'm getting the idea, but I need to go harder with it. Oh, spider. Okay. Take care of you. It's a crazy looking spider. It's gone. Don't worry. I saved everyone. You're welcome. All right. We're getting somewhere. I almost never draw from a low angle. Okay. Running into a symmetry problem. Okay. It's about eraser width. That's about eraser width. Right, we said inch wide shoulder width. Neck should be a little narrower. Now, you see me adjusting and changing stuff a lot in this drawing, if you're watching. That is something that I want to, like, allow for in this channel is mistakes. Partly to show to people who might not have the confidence to draw, or they might try drawing, but then they're comparing themselves to other artists and stuff. I want it to be clear with at least my own art that I make a lot of mistakes. I often don't finish on the first try. I'll abandon projects. I'll whatever. And no unfinished drawing is a waste of time. At the very least, it's practice and growth and all of that. But I want people to realize, like, hey, we all are kind of doing the same thing, and we're all running into the same pitfalls. And what matters more is that you just kind of keep doing it, and the more you do it, the better you'll get. Put his ear a little lower. But we're going to overlap most of the ear too. Now his chest width is about 3/4. That was from about here. Let's see, eraser is itself 3/4 width. So let's put that here. Now, the other thing too is, like, I have experience drawing. I am not very formally trained with drawing, and that's why I'm actually going back to school, is not just to get a degree, but to get like the formal training from art instructors, people that can challenge me and teach me and whatever to get better. Because I'm at a point where, like, I'm all right as an artist, but I could be better. Now this will all look a bit clearer when I'm now that I'm looking at it like in the camera, I think it'll turn out okay. But also maybe pull this out a tiny bit. It's weird doing more childlike proportions. Not because these are children, but because they are child size. And, should change that a little bit. We're gonna do a guide for the rib cage, I think. At least the front of it. Yeah. And down. All right. Clearer idea. All right, and then in a few minutes, I'm gonna be jumping into game. And for this guy, let's just do his proportions now. I'll probably make some adjustments to the head later. Wait, this is my chonkier one. I need to make him... I mean, I can follow the ribcage guide, but make sure he gets the belly. Yes, that is super rough. Okay, I feel better about this one than I do the door idea. The door idea, I think, was going to require too much precision, whereas, like, you know, the human, or rather humanoid forms are a little squishier, so I can do a 2-frame animation GIF type thing. Two more minutes. How big is nose? Man, that mouth is awkward. Crap, what did I just erase instead of what I meant to? Alright, just give me a sec to get the ear done. Alright. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do more details. I like how this is going, though. Yeah, I like how that's going. Okay, switching over to Divinity Original Sin 2. Put the camera back. Hello, GGobbie. Again, just got back from work, haven't had a chance to freshen up, if you will. Let me open game. My headset is dead or down. Category Divinity OS2. Okay, updated title. Plugging in headset. All my ducks in a row. Except for MB, I don't control him. I haven't actually landed on Reaper's Coast, but the ship has. As a quick recap of what happened last time, I defeated Bishop Alexander and seized the Lady Vengeance. During the battle with Bishop Alexander, a Grand Voidwoken appeared, and it fought us indiscriminately. They chose to fight it. I chose to fight them, although I think I helped with the Voidwoken at some point. We seized the Lady Vengeance, but we struggled to get it moving. The ship is made of live wood, which is the wood from an ancestor tree. And an ancestor tree is the end of an elf's life cycle, if they manage to survive that long. They pass on naturally, and they become a talking tree that the other elves can commune with. And we'll see more of that later on. But below deck, we had a door that we needed to open, which required a gem that we found on the Bishop Alexander himself. You can talk your way in. I chose to be violent about it and killed the guard, and also killed... unfortunately, Bishop Alexander was still alive after I slew him. I thought I slew him. So I went down there, killed him again, and also his guard, took the gem from him, which allowed me to use it as a key for the door into the captain's quarters, which would be Dallas's quarters, Dallas the Hammer. Dallas being the ship's original owner, and also the head of the Magisters. But unfortunately, I also needed a password, which I can't remember how I got the password. Oh, right, it was written... There was some simp for Dallas that had a diary, and he stalked her enough to find out what the password was, which was Fortitude. You can't actually use that password. Oh, I have an ad starting. I'm sorry. You can't actually use that password until you actually find it so that your character knows it. Otherwise, the dialogue option does not appear. But I went into the captain's quarters, met Tarquin, who is a creepy guy that was working for Dallas, but he was kind of enslaved. So we sort of half freed him, but we're also like, hey, wanna do some stuff for us? And he's like, sure. In very simple terms. It was rather tense conversation between GGobbie and Tarquin this time around. And then also back in the captain's quarters, we found the song, which was written in an ancient lizard tongue, as in like the lizard folk. They're an ancient lizard language. And we read that to the Lady Vengeance's like core soul, which is housed in this dragon. What do you call that? Ornament? The stern ornament, or the bow ornament. I'm not a sailor. I don't know these things. But we sang the song to her, and she spoke with us and explained, you know, more about who she was as an elf and before being chopped up and mutilated and turned into a ship. But eventually agreed to help us. Now, once we finally got the ship moving, Dallas found us and boarded us with several silent monks. It was a big battle. Silent monks, weaponized monks, that kind of thing. Lots of macabre shit going on there. But Malady, who we met right after Bishop Alexander, after defeating Bishop Alexander, she cast a spell to drag the entire ship into the Hall of Echoes. But during the battle, the 3 companions, the 3 party members, and many of the other people that were on this ship all of them died, either during the battle or when passing through the Hall of Echoes. Yeah, sorry, kind of spaced out there. But now we are out of the Hall of Echoes, and our next task is to meet with a Meistr Siva, someone who will help us further unlock our source powers. We also, while we were in the Hall of Echoes, we met with our god again. I met with Duna. I can only presume that Beast also met with an iteration of Duna. Ifan would have met with Ralger, sorry, that's Final Fantasy. Ralik and the Red Prince would have met with Zoroastissa. Their respective races, gods. But now we're back out of the Hall of Echoes, and we are at Reaper's Coast, and we'll be going to meet Meistr Siva.
I hadn't realized I was in such illustrious company when we met before. Most fascinating, the things I've been hearing about you.
What have you heard?
That you're, how did Malady put it again? A god-woken. Yes, that's it. Quite remarkable, if it's true.
And why would that interest you?
Come now. You've seen the state of things. A potential savior from all this void-woken nonsense would be of interest to everyone with a beating heart. And some without, I would imagine.
Every word out of your mouth seems like you have hidden motives.
We all have secrets. Do I oblige you to spill your heart to me? No, I do not. Besides, most people are too sentimental to admit that friendship is a transaction. I am not. I'm sure we can both be of use to each other.
I'll decide that for myself.
If Tarquin is offended, it doesn't register on his face.
I'm sure you'll come to warm to me. Consider my full attention yours whenever you need it.
You know, many of the people on this ship died during the attack and the subsequent foray into the Hall of Echoes. How did you survive?
Why, it was your ally, Malady, who spared me.
Oh,
She
right.
claimed that I might be of some use yet. Rather flattering to enjoy the favor of such a powerful being.
Well, if you didn't lose any supplies in the Hall of Echoes, I'd like to do some trading. What do we got? For you soundtrack fans, this song is called Rivalon. Like the name of the setting. So yeah, learn Shackles of Pain. Already know Death Wish. Interesting. Okay, we'll look around more. I actually went a little bit late yesterday with the boss fights and getting to this point, so I didn't get a chance to actually talk to everyone yet.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong.
And what are your plans?
Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Riverlong. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right.
Oh, Gareth, do you have to quote Lucian so often?
Only as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke his deeds too. He stood for the defenseless when the Black Ring rose up. For all of us. For my mother, my father.
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes himself, clears his throat, and waits for your next question.
Well, we know it's next for you. What do you think's next for me?
I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand.
Oh, right. She did say something about a Meistr Siva. Han, you've been here for quite a while.
Hello again. That's twice now you've saved my skin.
Aye.
And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner.
I could certainly use a thing or two. How about... Ooh, some pixie dust.
Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away. Don't wait up.
I don't really utilize Han all that much. I think if I were to do a lot of crafting on any given playthrough, then yeah, I'd probably want to like spam sending him out as much as possible. I think that's everyone to talk to, though. The other thing that I kind of neglected to do, that I just want to take care of really quick, well, arguably quick. Oh, interesting, it's unexplored again. Well, I guess we'll see who's down here. It didn't reset the things that I've looted, though. It only reset my exploration. So, just like in Baldur's Gate 3, I have a traveler's chest, or rather a storage chest, that I can send stuff to while I'm in the field. This is effectively camp for the rest of the game. This is, yeah, home base, basically. Something I like to do is keep a collection of all the books, and I think it's going to be more important this time around. So, let's see, books. I will keep all crafting books in this one. I can sort through them later. Now, at some point late game, I'm going to want to go through at least the Cranley Hubert encyclopedias. And actually read those out loud. And just have, you know, a good, thorough recording of the encyclopedia. Any notes I will keep in... Oh, I never checked that one. I'll keep the notes in here. I'm pretty sure it'll actually, like, highlight them in red if I need them for a quest. Captain's note. Divine Order report. Okay, so those are the crafting books. Here I'm gonna put, if I can find them all, crafting Bibles. 12, 9, 13, 14. 3. 11. Okay. Some of these bigger historical books I'll put in here. I might want to reread The Origins of Lucian. Oh. That's that one. Then this one will just be all the other. Sodden Diary, Dallas's Diary. A lot of these are journals. Niles's note. Let's see. That's where the bigger books were. Legend of the Blood Rose, Ancient Empire Songbook. No, not this one. That one. Notes down here. Okay, F5. That should declutter my inventory at least a little bit. Sort by type. That's the strange gem I think I used, so I can probably sell that now. This Dark Pearl. Some of these are probably used in crafting, but I'm not too heavy on crafting in these games. Oh, and then I can also finally store some of the unique items, because I like stashing those. Call me a hoarder. A little bit of housekeeping. I could have done this off stream, but I was kind of short on time. Greaves of Contamination I'm going to keep. Migos Breastplate, store. Spear of Brachus Rex, store. Master Orban's Mace. Magister Sword, Chastity, Gloves of Teleportation, Band of Brachus, okay. F5. A lot of crafting mats in my inventory. Wares. Okay. We'll go with that for now. Painting of Lucian. Oh, right. I was going to read that Lucian book real quick, just to make sure I... Nope. That one. On the origins of Lucian. There was a great need then. Unfathomable forces of darkness. Forces so great that Seven themselves could not hold them at bay. Began to gather like storm clouds over our great realm. And so they made a decision. They would put their differences, their rivalries, their pride aside, and join in a single avatar. One who could unite their power into a single almighty force of order and good. Lucian was chosen from among those summoned. Lucian the worthy, Lucian the holy. 7 times divine was he, and yet still he fell. As in, he fell victim to mortality, not as in he fell from grace or anything. But yeah, just a reminder, Lucian is the player character of Divine Divinity. He's really, literally just a guy. And they were like, we're going to make you God because we need someone to do that, to unite all the powers of the seven major gods into one being, so that it can take on the forces of chaos and all of that. And that is the goal of the Godwoken. Now, like, there were others that were marked for this process as well in Lucian's time, but he was the one that survived, and he's the one that underwent the process, so he's what we got. He wasn't originally named, but in the novella that takes place afterward, they gave him the name Lucian, and that's been his name in all subsequent material. Okay. Let's go. To the beach. Lovely. Poisoned fish. Waypoint discovered. Another thing that I did last session that isn't really story related, but I went through and I kind of rebuilt Ifan for one thing. Ifan, you have summoning now, yeah? Summoning 4. Conjure Incarnate, learn. Fire Infusion, learn. Oh, you must need Pyro for that. That's annoying. But yeah, I figure Ifan will be our summoner because he is the one with a natural summon, the wolf summon, and the strength of that is based on the summoning ability. The summoning ability itself is the only factor in the strength of summons. Apart from if it's like a special summon from it might need. I don't think it needs the elemental skill, but you can literally build a summoner alongside any other skill set, any other attribute. You can one of my last characters was a rogue summoner or a scoundrel summoner, and it paired well enough. You don't have to make them a caster, you don't have to make them anything. You just have to put points into summoning, and that makes them good at it. Could have sworn there was a Voidwoken fight around here. A shark.
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air.
Hey, I could drag you back to the water if you want.
It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No, die here. Monsters in the water. Monsters in the deep.
What, with those teeth? You've got nothing to fear.
Monsters bigger. More and more growing.
Well, I could put you out of your misery.
It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, do what you will. Then it turns away and gets back to drowning in the bloody sunshine.
Well, suppose we can eat well. We'll see. I'll bring it up later when I attempt to do something with the quest. Hey, Beast, can you rinse that off? Sure. Much better. Ooh. I don't have enough lore master to identify some of this shit, so I need to gain a level soon here.
What happened here?
Oh. Leave her alone. They are level 9. I'm level 9. Okay. We are at the appropriate level for this guy, or this group. Necrofire. Let's put the fiery one to sleep. Make a meat wad out of that dead civilian. Meat wad, go over here and pop. Nice. They get charmed if they get close to Gobbie.
I'll yield to none.
Everybody petrified. Ah, I forgot how good Medusa head is. Mend metal.
Prepare yourself.
Nice.
Meet your maker.
Nice. Teleport this one over to here. Yeah, so when I was reassigning points for Ifan, I also went through all of the characters, and I think I left red on the Bansuri, but I changed the instruments of Beast and Ifan, so that we have more musical diversity here. Let's see. Adrenaline. Flurry. Mosquito swarm. That one's charmed. Knock all three of them down. Let's try and finish this one off. Nice hit. Ricochet. Very nice. Yeah. Shocking touch. Nice. F5. That civilian's been looted. Hey. Hazy rubies. Okay, strings. Spooky violin. I had to fix something.
Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
A Meistr caravan. I remember one just like this picking me up.
Not true. Can't be true.
Could have been a shipment to Fort Joy, but what happened here?
No, no, no.
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short, clean blade aloft. Her fierce stance can't hide the trembling of her fingers.
Back! Get back! I'll kill you, just like the rest of them.
Shh, lass. I know you're all a fright. In times like these, I don't blame you. But I ain't out to hurt you. Now, why don't you take a few breaths and tell me what happened?
Well, you seem to know what you're doing.
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone?
Voidwoken, you mean? Poor thing. No wonder you were scared. I'd be scared too.
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Meistrs. The dwarves. Dead. 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 And the sorcerers. Sorcerers. Gone.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance, glassy as marbles. It's not cold, yet her shivering is relentless.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss, Lohar, will want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember.
Lohar, eh? Where will I find this boss of yours?
Oh, well, you'll find him in Effie's Emporium, neath the Black Bull. He's a fine man. A little gruff, yeah, but he's the only one in Driftwood wanting to help and not hurt.
She looks up at Beast through tear-stained eyes, but you can see her resolve hardening as she remembers who she is and what she stands for.
Oh, Seven sympathy. I saw those things dragging the sorcerers along the cliffs towards the Wreckers' caves. No more. It's gone.
She flinches at the slightest rustle of wind through the long grass. Terror in her eyes, she stumbles away from you.
Ooh, a ring. Also a key. We don't need void-tainted body parts. Dead dwarf. Finesse armor. Not very good, though. Hey! I take it the keys for this chest here. Yeah. Ooh. Hano Lachey. Hana Lachey. It is a two-handed axe, +2 strength, +1 con, +1 two-handed, +1 hydro, and has cleave damage. I'll send that to red. Yeah, that's an upgrade. Onward.
A scruffy kid bounds up and stands before you, hands on hips. He stares at your face, doubt screwing up his features.
You Ben Meistr?
Who wants to know?
Yep, that's just what he said you'd say, Ifan. Righto, got a message for you. Chap called Baron Laveri wants to see you. Black Bull Tavern, 1st floor.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, whistling an off-key tune.
Okay. Message for Ifan. I don't need that many poison fish. Right. I think I'll deal with the chickens later. Potato porridge. Nice.
You ever think about running?
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more dirt onto them.
Halt, dwarf! What word do you bring?
Sorry. Had to take care of something. I come with bad tidings. Dead magisters and dwarves at a wrecked caravan outside town.
His face goes pale, and his eyes open wide. The Magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if enduring a harsh wind.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say you'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other instructions.
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan.
They be daft to
Silent
come back,
Watchers.
and as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no point working.
Autosave. Bedroll.
Last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. All hell broke loose. Good times. Good times. I wonder if they'll remember me.
Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die.
Bravo.
Well now, how's my favorite god woken?
Up. You know, I've been traveling with you all this time. I haven't really talked to you. Care to elaborate on the tale of how the Magisters caught you?
His eyes glitter as he stands tall to tell the story, hands waving expressively. You can see it's a story he's used to telling, one he enjoys weaving for an audience.
So, underneath the tavern in Driftwood, there's a place I feel right at home. A delightful little hive of scum and villainy. A few months back, I was relaxing down there after a job. Just a hint of Drudenay. You know, a hint.
I see.
All of a sudden, a tiger prowls in. I jump up, but everyone else is just ignoring it. And then he picks up my scent. His eyes turn blue, and he leaps to pounce on me. A fury of claws and teeth. I flip the table and start scrambling for my crossbow. Nowhere to be found. And by now, the tiger's right on top of my eyeballs. So I do the only thing I can think of. I summon Afrit, my soul wolf.
I didn't know his soul wolf was called Afrit.
And now everybody reacts. Screaming, scrambling around, pelting for the stairs. Drinks flying everywhere. And that pesky tiger? Nowhere to be seen. Turns out it was Drudenay messing with me. Stronger stuff than I'm used to. Also turns out some people don't appreciate spectral wolves tearing up the place. So some people called Magisters on me.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this haunted tavern?
Well, it's guarded by a grouchy-seeming dwarf named of Papa Thrash. But he's a real sweetheart once you get to know him. I love that password of his. Open minds and closed fists.
And how did you get the lone wolf moniker Silverclaw?
Ifan smirks and shakes his head.
I'll spare you the tall tales we usually tell. When a new cub joins up with the lone wolves, we interrogate them. Then, a very complex equation decides their new moniker. I don't remember all the questions, but I remember enough to give you a lone wolf name if you want one. So tell me this, which of these scenes attracts you the most?
Which of these scenes? I'm going to read all of them. A dark night in a filthy alleyway, under shadows cast by the light of the full moon. That's 1. 2. By felt tents in a desert oasis. The heat of the sun burns down on you. 3. Alone and shaded by forest canopy. Your steps silenced by a soft brush underfoot. 4. Anonymous in a busy city square of hollering crowds and overpowering scents. 5. Masked and dressed to the nines in an opera house, moments before the curtain rises. And 6. I have no interest in another moniker. Okay. Well, I always fancied a filthy alleyway.
Ifan nods and raises his eyebrows, a slight smile brightening his face.
And then, target in sight? What's your preferred execution method?
A droplet here, a seasoning there. Was it the bloody flux or was it me?
Right.
Ifan scrawls something on a little piece of paper and hands it to you. On the page in thick black letters is written Coal Fang.
I like it.
Not as pant-wettingly fearsome as Silverclaw, but not bad. Not bad at all.
You know, I read something about the Lone Wolves, a book called Claws of Deceit. Was that story about Roost really true?
Ifan looks at you askance, then doubles up, laughing. He wipes tears from his eyes and stutters to speak, but he can't stop laughing enough to do so.
Oh, she was a fine one. You see there, she writes like a cottage innocent, but the truth is, it was she who stole everything from the Chems. She wrote that whole book to cover her tracks, so nobody would look for the missing gold anywhere near her. She never even met Roost, though she paints quite an accurate picture of his bedroom antics.
And with that, he's laughing uncontrollably again, waving you away with both hands.
You know, you're a lively one. Tell me about home. Where'd you grow up?
I'm from the deserts of Meistr originally. My parents died when I was very young, no more than a cub. They were spice merchants, killed by bandits as we were trading on the forest roads. The elves nearby saved me afterwards. They found me hiding in a wagon and they took me in.
Ifan bites his lip, hard enough to draw blood.
They were my home until I was old enough to join the Order. Mother Melody always said I'd have a hard life. She saw it as fact, since I was born under the waxing moon.
I was born under a full moon.
Ah, a lively one. Generous and high-spirited.
That sounds about right.
I've been striving my whole life to prove mine wrong. To, zero success. So far.
So, you grew up in the forest. Any tricks you could teach me?
For sure. Always carry a snack.
Done.
Ifan reaches into his tunic pocket and pulls out a strip of dried raw meat. He takes a tiny bite and offers the rest to you.
Don't mind if I do.
Now, what else do I have to share?
Ifan rummages around the roll-down tops of his boots and grins in victory as he plucks a single mushroom from the folds.
Aha.
He hands you the mushroom with great ceremony, bowing as he holds it aloft.
Am I supposed to eat the mushroom raw too?
Oh, I wouldn't. This one's not for eating.
Good.
But I'll tell you, it comes in handy if you're dining with someone who really needs to lose their life. And soon.
Ifan smiles and looks around before reaching high into his sleeve and pulling out a tiny herbal wrap. The unmistakable scent of Drudene hits you as he holds it out to you.
The last weapon in the Lone Wolf arsenal. You know, for after the toughest jobs.
He winks and tips his fingers to his temples before loping off.
Okay. Got some Ifan lore. My lone wolf name would be Coal Fang, which is kind of cool. I want to take care of this, I think, right away.
Come now. Is this really necessary?
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discolored. Her eyes are closed, but her tongue flickers as you approach.
Welcome to Driftwood, Godwoken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then, cut me down. There is work to be done. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if you were a cow ordered to dance a reel. It is a masterful performance. I would applaud it, but well.
You know, Melody said you could train me. Is that true?
The Meistr bares her teeth, stained a deep pink by her blood, and growls.
Melody is unfortunately mistaken. I cannot train you, but I can certainly help you on your path, as long as I am free of this rope.
What do you mean? One of the most powerful sorcerers in the land can't train me? Why not?
Because along with torture and interrogation, the Magisters found space in their schedules to purge me, that's why. They spent quite some time at it too. Apparently I was a rich vein to be mined, and now I hang powerless as any butchered carcass.
Purged? You seem quite chatty for a silent monk.
They stopped the process just as the last of my power drained away. Just enough to rob me of my strength, but not enough to leave me a hollow sack of flesh and scales. I had hoped they simply wished to preserve my charm and beauty, but no. It seemed Dallas had ordered that I be held until she could do the deed herself. To give it the personal touch, I imagine. Now that you have had that that delightful little nugget of gossip, perhaps you could do your damn job and let me loose?
Alright, I'll let you free, but how did you know I was God-woken?
The lizard grimaces, shifting awkwardly as she dangles.
I am in intense pain. You are either insufferably cruel or insufferably stupid. Insufferably cruel. How charming. It was obvious, Godwoken. You were whippet thin, implying you've been a captive. Your wrists have seen the sun, but your neck has not, so you sported a collar, not shackles. Thus you escaped Fort Joy. After an escape, any sane creature would rest, but the bags under your eyes indicate you haven't. Why not? You must have been chased. Thus you must have been important. No one important escapes a prison without help, and no one frees sorcerers bar the Seekers. They thought you were worth saving, and thus I surmise you are God-woken. Now, an important person does not come to Driftwood unless they seek someone even more important than themselves, so I further surmise you are here for me and will help me down. Now!
Right, but I'm curious. You've seen all that, but your eyes were closed when I arrived.
A slow, pained grin spreads across the lizard's face. Her tongue flickers.
Not quite as stupid as I imagined. I am still head of the Seekers, boy. I can taste your sauce. It wafts about you like honeysuckle on the breeze. Now, if you would be so kind, my bonds.
Okay, fine.
Be quick about it, before the Magister realizes their prize catch is about to slip through the net.
You know... Sure, let's just do it.
Excellent. Now, if you'd be so kind as to gut that startled-looking Magister, it would be much appreciated. I must secure my home before they do any more damage.
All the gutting to you. Or to them, rather. Oh, Gobbie's been crippled. They are level 9 and there are a lot of them. Okay. Oh, I can use backlash while crippled. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah. I missed on the doggo. That silent monk goes next. I can put him to sleep. Mosquito swarm on Magister Erlin. I'm gonna put the silent monk there, which charmed him and also broke open the water barrel. Why does it look like Gobbie is an enemy? That's weird. I can't use Dazing Bolt. Bouncing Shield. Red, let's take care of them. Oh, crap. Whirlwind. How did you... Oh, they have an evasive aura. Let's see. Ifan. Hop up to there. Wow, that is a high chance to evade. It's Fortified Gobi. Encourage.
Ready.
Pass turn. Nice dodge. Ow. Ow. Oof. Nice. Okay, well, didn't freeze me. Cloak and Dagger. Throwing Knives. Restoration on the Red Prince. Nice. Oof. Beastie. Armor of Frost on the Red Prince. To remove his freezing. Favorable wind. Restoration on Ifan. And Uncanny Evasion on Ifan. Ow. Shackles of Pain on Magister Erlin. Medusa Head. Yeah. Dragon's Blaze. Water Arrows. Ricochet?
Glory is mine.
Oh, you missed. Damn. Can hit these two more reliably. And Mend Metal. Ow. You're fine, Red. These two Magisters, Erlin and Aegon, the ranged crossbowmen, and also Bruiser, are gonna bleed. Throwing knife. Ooh, Ifan. All right. Knock down the doggo. Yikes. Okay. There are things I could have done a little better. No. Just smack the doggo. 10% chance to hit, and not even gonna try. Petrified a bunch of them though. Yeah, let's enrage. Alright, Ifan. Slow those two down. Shoot that one. Nice! Almost out of magic armor. Backlash to finish that off. Flurry. Okay. Beastie. Let's see. Yeah. Stunned her. Or him. Not even sure. Pass turn. Oh, dead. Okay. You can be struck now that you're petrified. Holy crap, that was big. Alright. Pass turn. Ooh, he's a hasty boy. Okay. %10 chance. Shoot Magister Aegon. Actually, let's take out Bruiser. Ah.
Cornered.
Man, she dodged that op attack real quick. Freezing the entire area. That's pretty cool. That was fun to watch. Get rid of Bruiser. Put Ninian to sleep. Nice. Ow. Can't run away that easy.
I'll yield to none.
Bouncing shield.
I'll yield to none. I need aid.
Oh, red. No. Shit. Beast is silenced. I have 4 res scrolls. Use 1. Put him here.
Prepare yourself.
Attack retreat. Medusa head. Wad. Missed. I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. Alright, you can... Shit. Yeah, you can restoration on Ifan. Go Meatwad. Knock out more of her physical. Missed. Pass turn. I'll have to try and hit her with more magic if I can. Nice. He's out of physical. Bloody arrows. Shackles of Pain and the Silent Watcher. Dragon's Blaze on Ninian. Crippling Blow on Agon. Water Balloon. Rude. I don't know if that did anything, though. Oh, he's frozen. Whoops. How did he miss Backlash? It didn't give me a... Alright. Petrifying Touch. Adrenaline. Flurry. Cloak and Dagger. Bouncing Shield. Smack. Alright. She's out of physical armor. Uncanny Evasion on Red Prince. Whirlwind.
Well, take you.
Got one. Nice. Nice. She's evading again, but she's out of physical armor, so let's make her bleed. Make them both bleed. Ha! You got charmed. Blinding Radiance. Oh, you missed. Okay, that's fine. Fortify Red Prince. And shoot the Silent Watcher. Oh, he's almost dead. Encourage. Battle Stomp.
my.
Missed. Missed again. Missed again. She took out her own friend. Ow, beastie. Alright, well, she's blinded. Mosquito swarm. Chloroform. Bloodsucker on beast. Nice. He can use Dazing Bolt on her. And Petrifying Touch. Oh. Favorable wind. Sky Shot. Okay. Nice, two-handed axe. Let's give that to Red Prince. Erlin, what you got? Essence, okay. F5. Rest.
The Meistr sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle, and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians, no offense to you, my well-odoured friend, were unable to club their way into my vault. Everything you need should be safe.
Interesting. She had different dialogue because I have the barbarian tag. Isn't it normally polite to thank your rescuers?
The Meistr turns to you, her eyes wide with worry.
Oh, pardon. I'm so sorry. How could I have forgotten? Thank you so much. Thank you for rescuing me after they had already strung me up. After they had tortured me for days. After they...
She stops mid-shout, descending into a fit of coughing, wheezing, and groaning. She glowers at you as she slowly regains her composure.
If we are quite finished with politeness, there is so much to do.
And what do I need to do?
It is not enough to be God-woken in order to ascend to divinity. There is a process.
As she speaks, the Meistr uncorks a vial of shimmering liquid, sauce. She lets a couple of drops fall on her hand, but instead of infusing with her body, they quickly evaporate on her scales. She stares at the empty spot on her palm for a long moment before turning back to you, continuing as if nothing had happened.
A process by which God-woken may ascend. It begins with discovering your deepest self, delving into your own soul.
Right. What do I need to do?
We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen God-woken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, God-woken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, the Magister's as much attention to art as they do to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
Feats of the Four. The feats of the Four. Behold the mighty heroes of Driftwood, and the feats for which we owe them our thanks. Garrick, a human who slew the necromancers preying upon the dead of the Stone Garden. Bromley, a dwarf who defeated the demons that plagued the great woodlands. Vidya, a lizard who subdued the strange beasts that arose from the primordial caverns east of Driftwood. Hala, an elf who defended the farmers who feed Driftwood against pitiless bandits. They are immortal through their deeds. Their implements of victory shall rest where they slew their enemies. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is, pick up. Yeah. What's this one say? Son against father. Death in the Elflands. A dramatic retelling of true events. Lucian the Divine and his adopted son Damien stand square-shouldered before each other, alike not in visage but in determination. What have you been to me these years? Said Damien. I am your father. It was I who saved you. I who loved you. Love? You denied me everything I am, my true nature, the woman I loved. You would have seen me clean-cheeked, clinging, castrated if it meant I'd cause you no trouble. I am no Alexander. My boy, your words bite into me, your words bite into me as vipers. Please say no more. You made me silent all my life. I'll stay silent no more! A reference to Damien. Very important character. Pick that up. The origins of Lucian, I already have. Let's see what's in here real quick. Lovies. What did she say? Artwork? Painting?
I pray my instructions will not be too Your talent for following simple instructions fills me. Push the button.
I did.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you.
I enter the save combination as the Meistr calls it out.
Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
Yay.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken.
On Source Orbs, Part 3. Let's see. Okay. This right here is why I wanted to save Meistr Siva first.
Ancient rooms? Weird contraptions? This place is an Arcanist's dream.
This place is an Arcanist's dream. Alright, I think I got the voice pretty close.
The Meistr is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
I think it means I can do whatever I want.
Meistr Siva's stare bores into your soul. It is still, analytical, and ice cold.
Indeed, some people seem to think so. Mostly they're idiots. But
Hey.
in some cases, they're mad dogs.
The Meistr rests her hand on her arm where one of her wounds has just reopened. She squeezes hard, ignoring the trickle of blood running down her claw.
I pray you're more idiot than mad dog. It would be a shame to expend all this effort just to see you put down.
You can't mean that, surely.
The Meistr grabs your sleeve and pulls you down until you are inches from her blooded, glittering eyes.
If the void breaks through, it is the end of everything we know. I would kill you, your family, and my own sweet darling grandmama if that's what it took to keep this world safe.
She releases you, sitting back in her chair with a groan of effort.
If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice. But make no mistake, the Divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The Divine cannot use his power for anything else.
But surely I can use some of it for myself.
When you become the Divine, there is no more self.
For just a moment, her eyes soften as she looks at you.
It is no small thing to ask, but it is your duty. Without a new Divine, Rivellon will die.
All right, but I'm already thinking about what I could do with such power.
Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke.
Oh, easy.
Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meistr looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Have you ever done this before, or seen it performed?
Once, although not by a Godwoken. My assistant did not believe that one had to be chosen by a god to become divine.
She waves a bandaged hand absent-mindedly, wincing slightly.
A headstrong and thoughtless girl, but the experience was quite educational. From observing her, I gather that the ritual involves inhaling the smoke, a lot of screaming, and a rather sudden death.
No, I'm not really so sure about this. What happens if I don't want to risk it?
Then you will crawl back to whatever hole you came from, where you will sit and wait to see whether the Magisters or the Voidwoken kill you first.
That's fair.
The Meistr leans in to speak, her eyes cold and unrelenting.
This is not a game, Godwoken. You may be our last chance to set things right in this world.
All right. I'll perform the ritual immediately.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the Cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Okay. Earth Essence. Mortar and Pestle. Notes on Godwoken Ascension. Meistr Siva instructs me to record any research before I conduct any experiments regarding Godwoken Ascension. The ritual itself is quite simple. Place a single piece of blackroot in the ritual bowl. Draw blood with the obsidian lancet. My own is most convenient. And sprinkle it upon the root. Set a flame to the bowl and its contents. Ensure that I have sufficient sauce. Inhale the resulting smoke. Beyond this point, nothing is known. The ingredients for this ritual are not rare per se, but may be difficult to procure. I am fortunate that the Meistr's sauce fountain never runs low, so it is simple to gather sauce. Blackroot, however, is another matter entirely. The root grows in the forest to the northwest of Driftwood. It produces no poison or thorns to guard it, but all manner of creatures stalk those trees. It is wise to quickly grab what one needs and then return. I pray that my experiments here pave the way for future scholars, or, should I succeed, to allow any to be the equals of Godwoken. Apprentice Talik. Okay. I can't take that with me, though. She said it was in the cupboard. I think it's this ingredient cupboard.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
I look for the materials for the ritual.
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot, nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and drudene oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Man, there's so many books and stuff in here. Source fountain. Oh, you have source. Red, you don't have source. There we go. On Source Orbs, Part 3. Didn't I read that already? I did read that already. It's fine. Firestorm Grenade. Read this book. Oh! This is a book of songs and sonatas written by the great bard Kirill, the greatest composer known to both living and undead. One song in particular catches your eye. The spring mixed with the rivers, and the rivers with the sea. If the waters may duly merge, then why not you with me? Kirill Pokrovsky is the composer for the Divinity series up until this game. Borislav Slavov took over after Kirill Pokrovsky passed away. I think sometime during the development of DOS 1. I keep forgetting to look at the timeline on when he passed and when the game released. But, yes. I have lots of respect for Kirill. Rest in peace. Taken from us too soon. It's good to know that they have reference to him in this game. Also, in Divinity Original Sin 1, there is a bard named Kirill. Granted, that game takes place 1,200 years in the past, or before this one. So, yeah, deep respect to have his legacy live on that long in lore. In this tome, Hubert the historian assembles the bulk of what is still known to the larger world about the infamous Brachus Rex, and creates a lightly drawn portrait that feels somewhat incomplete, but also carries the ring of truth. Brachus was once a fine human being and a noble ruler, but his greed overtook him, and he became corrupted. There is mention of Cassandra, a twin sister, to whom Brachus did unspeakable things, stealing her life force that he may live forever. Unfortunately, these crimes saw him arrested by source hunters, hanged until dead, and his body thrown into a well. Rumors abound that this was not the end. But until Hubert can confirm these outlandish tales, and as exciting and dramatic as they are, he refuses to add them to his chronicle. Interesting. Brachus Rex lore. Rhymed with Scribes, Part 4. Not going to read the crafting books out loud. Okay. It's kind of all the interesting loot in here. Take those. For the ritual. I use the obsidian lancet to draw blood, which makes it an ingredient. I combine the black root with the ritual bowl and the blood on the lancet to make, well, it says ritual bowl again, but it has the contents in it. Now I place that on the incinerator thing. There we go. Into the cloud.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading.
I hold in the fumes. I hold the fumes in my lungs and then ignore the thumping in my head.
As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
That's what he says of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Duna. Wait, me?
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Come closer, so that you may see me, as I truly am.
And who am I speaking to?
You will see when you look me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes, shine brightly. Speak the spell, and see.
You learned Spirit Vision. Cast this spell regularly to reveal a hidden world of ghosts lingering in the mortal realm. F5. Spirit Vision.
Gone is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god Duna in all his spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful. And now I've come to seek some power in return. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Duna nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah yes, just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god.
Now, don't be greedy. Quite frankly, I have need of all of the source that I can get.
Don't you dare to be ungrateful after all I've done for you. I sheltered you. Now you must shelter me. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion.
Now wait a tick. Aren't you making me a target for the Voidwoken by hiding within me?
Well, sort of. But by all means, let that be a motivator, not a cause for concern. You must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the Void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension.
Sorry, it doesn't ring a bell.
It is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs.
Wait, hold on. The gods once gave away half their powers, just like that?
It was a time of selflessness and sacrifice in the face of our old enemy. It was an act of heroism, and a dreadful mistake to boot, which we must rectify. The void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the Seven, but to take it. All of it. Only he who claims everything will be everything. The Void's doom, this world's liberator.
I very much like the sound of that.
I hope you understand them to their full extent. The other gods must either bow to you or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own Godwoken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One, at the expense of all others. So make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods. Their blood on your murderous hands. But don't let that dismay you, for these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin and your loved ones, and the world they live in.
Well, I'm convinced. Where's the Well of Ascension?
I promise that yours alone will be the powers of the lake, and to the lake I will lead you. But not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the Source. Until you speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a Godwoken can, and wield its most powerful spells.
Aren't I already quite the Source Master?
Hoarse laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You are quite formidable, my chosen. But you underestimate just how much more formidable you could be. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the Source. Once you have, you may return to me here.
Before I go, what did you do to my eyes exactly?
Something that will make you understand that for a god there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is Source, and in Source it is. Immortally so. You have the vision of a god now, eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in Source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger.
I'd have thought you're a master of Source yourself.
And so much more. But I'm no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the knowledge that will expand the bounds of your soul, that you'll have to hunt for yourself.
I take my leave.
Best of luck, my champion.
Wait, who are you?
A man's spirit stands before you, clad in scholarly dress. When your eyes meet, he staggers back, terrified.
Sweet Armadia, why do you test your chronicler so, haunting me with spirits? Am I cursed? Has the goddess turned her back on me?
Sorry, you're dead, I'm not.
The chronicler shudders, looking sick to his stomach.
Again. This again. I sleep, then I wake, and another piece of the world is gone. The Empress. It was her. It was that armor. I died for it, and now I'm trapped here. I died. Oh, Amadia.
Yes, my character is accidentally a leprechaun. He's wearing the... he's wearing the captain set, which happens to be green and very dapper. And I made him a ginger dwarf, so it, like, just kind of worked out that he's a leprechaun.
Why can't I escape? Why is there never a way out?
Sorry, can you tell me more about you?
Me? I archived Rivellon's history. I used ink to immortalize greatness on the page. A lizard empress sought my services. She needed an ancient design restored from a damaged text. If it wasn't for me, the armor wouldn't exist at all. This is my fault.
Sorry, I accidentally double-tapped the dialogue button. She told me the design was brilliant. When the armor was forged, the Empress showed it to me, and she trapped me inside, consumed me. Alright. Well, if I can find a way to break you free, I suppose I'll do that for you.
If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. But I have no idea. I simply want this to end.
The chronicler puts his head in his hands, collapsing in silent defeat.
And out of the hall we go.
The Meistr stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
I wave away her questions and cough that searing green smoke out of my system.
She stares intently for a moment, taking in every detail before sighing deeply.
You didn't have enough sauce, did you? You had all the materials, but not the sauce. That is unfortunate.
I'm not comfortable with a problem I can't club into submission either.
And I fear I am just as much use. I was a master of sauce once, but no longer. The Magister's purging staves saw to that. The river of my sauce has been dammed. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only sauce masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
Wait. Are you really telling me that I need to go and train under the evil sorcerers?
You will not be there long, I assure you. There is only so much you can glean from a twisted mind. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meistr doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
Now, you don't seem well.
And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Please tell me at least some of this rings a bell. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters, on finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters.
And where can I find these masters?
The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time. And I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Well, I wish you well, and I will take my leave. By the way, welcome in, Baba. Sorry, I forgot to say so earlier. It's kind of in the moment with the story picking up. Oh, Sir Laura, you have something to say.
Quercus, what are you looking at? Egad, stop gawking at the shield. You ought to be quite used to such journeys into that stone realm by now. Meanwhile, the acorn draws nearer. I read through some tomes I saw that cranky old lizard carrying. Some fascinating leads, but nothing like the power we need to stop the Knights of Dre and their wicked plot.
A warrior and a scholar. I admit I'm impressed by your many skills, Sir Laura.
Our gargantuan friend is easily impressed. Wait until it learns that I'm a knight, a scholar, and a wizard capable of saving the world. No, of course it knows that already, Quercus. Yes, I'm aware it's the entire basis of our partnership. No, I most certainly do not feel the need to return the compliment. I owe our shield my life several times over. I hardly need to grovel and thank it each time. I'm sure it knows I appreciate it. Now, if you're quite finished ogling your favorite long-legged scratching post, we need to get on and save the world already.
Oh, right. The ghost of the apprentice. Also, I need to pick up the bowl. DOS 2 is the goat. I agree.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me.
Wait, you were the one stupid enough to attempt the ritual, knowing full well the danger.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
Oh, welcome in, Thick. Sorry, I forgot to say that. I keep forgetting to welcome people in.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
You are dead. Oh, right, I don't have... I can't eat her yet. But yes, I, GGobbie, I'm playing my character, Gobbie. In case there was any confusion there. I'm playing him as kind of insufferable and unscrupulous. He's not incapable of kindness. He's, you know, I've done a few quests and I actually have the hero tag, I think, even. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm not that good. Let's see. But yeah, I'm kind of playing him as morally all over the place, very self-serving. I feel like now that I'm getting source powers and the powers are growing, there's more dialogue options to that end. Not that this game really allows for too much of a villain playthrough. I think there are some pretty awful things you can do, but you know, these games, they have a tendency to kind of underdevelop the villain playthrough and the villain story arcs.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
And now we get the age-old question: is Bree keeping it together?
keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Yay!
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
They said the line. I have a feeling.
Thank the Divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, of course.
All right.
As the Magister's eyes alight upon you, they widen until they are practically bulging out of their sockets. One tremulous finger rises from voluminous robes and points right at you. From her other hand dangles handcuffs.
Ifan Ben Meistr is our living breeze. I don't know how you got free, but it'll be back to the joy with you, and no mistake.
You do remember me.
Who could forget? Best night's business the healer had in months. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong.
I can see you want to have me locked up and all to yourself. Oh, she didn't like that.
Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Meistr.
All right. How much will it cost me?
She considers your offer.
How much?
Here's 100.
So much? You have to be hiding something, and I'm sure Dallas will be well able to find out what that something is. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong.
Fine. Oh, yeah, ghost nearby. All right. Ifan is stuck down here. Not exactly. He's not exactly stuck. I have ways of getting him out. But, how do I choose to do that? Let's send him. Oh, crap. His stuff is locked in there, though.
Keeping it together, Bree.
What level is this guy? Level 9. Whoop. Do I have lockpicks? I think I do. Oh, he didn't like that. Thievery too low. Oh. Let's unlink GGobbie and Ifan. Actually, I have ways. How about you come in here and play with us? He's not happy about that. Well, Magister Colwyn, welcome to this side of the bars. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess we'll take it. Armor of Frost on Red Prince. You can growl all you want. You're not getting in here without the key. He has more magic armor. Let's aim for physical. Backlash. It's fortified too, but I can burn through that, I think. Yep. Wait your turn out there. Knocked him down. Shackle's a pain. for funsies. Pass turn. Oh, Ifan, you don't have your shit. Not enough action points to stealth.
Fasten tight.
Why can't I sneak? Wonder how much that costs. Fortify yourself. Pass turn. I didn't say you could stand up. Beast Knight might not be high damage with his physical, but he can at least do warfare stuff. Except for bouncing shield.
I'll yield to none.
Let's see. Mosquito swarm. Nope, not that yet. Adrenaline. And flurry. Pass. Ifan might die out there. We'll find out. Crippling blow.
I'll yield to none.
Whirlwind.
Prepare yourself.
Pass. Oh, stuff in here. You know what? I'll take it. That's all we had. You can't stealth from here. What about from here? Okay. Smack. And again. Oh, you found him. Never mind that. Let's see. Flurry. Ow. Gonna pick up both keys. Unlock the door. Ifan. Summon Afrit. Mend metal.
I'm ready.
Afrit. Wolf Howl. Taunted both. Launch. Oh, dang. Ow. Yikes. I'm gonna teleport this other Silent Watcher down. Here. Backlash. Chloroform. Cloak and dagger. Oh. Yeah, we'll have to go around the wolf, but he has the pawn ability, so. Petrify. Launch. Can't reach target. Alright, faster. Battle Stomp. Sky Shot. Oh, I should have used Bloody Arrow. That's fine. First aid. Bloody Arrow. Let's see. Uncanny Evasion on Ifan. Bouncing Shield. Favorable wind. Yeah. There's an ad starting soon. Okay, physical armor blocked by, bleeding blocked by physical armor, but main goal is getting some blood up here in case I have to heal Ifan again. Mosquito Swarm. You still can't reach. Dang it, I should have moved Gobi. If only you were like the cat and you could jump around. Pass. Petrifying Visage. Whirlwind. Let's open that. Ooh, a ring. Oh, you just have all your armor. You just needed the weapon. I'll take it. That's good. Right there, specifically. That's the pixel. Oh, and I charmed the other one. Alright, BC. Dazing Bolt on this guy. Which electrified the water. Petrifying Touch. Got him. Oh, well, this guy's charmed now. I have to be weird about how I target him. But he won't target me, so. Pass. Red, go over here. Shackles of Pain on... Oh, wait, he has physical armor. That's fine. Attack Retreat for the haste. And shoot him. Now he has no physical armor left. Pass turn. Oh, Wolfie! Afrit's down. BC, let's get over there. Armor of Frost on the Red Prince. Backlash. You missed. That's weird. Flurry. Battering ram. Nice. Sky shot. And shoot.
Hurts, doesn't it?
And one more. Epic. Well. We won't have to worry about healing it. Advertisements. Each page of this tome is the same as the last. The leaves were likely meant to be torn out and given to the ailing and diseased. Swan's Cure-All relieves instantaneously and cures headaches, coughs, cold, sneezing, hiccups, gout, sexual sickness, and even palsy. For treatment, visit Gregorius Swan, The Fields by Driftwood. I'll pick that up. And what's this one? Poems for Justinia. Justinia Fair. O glorious queen, most beauteous monarch that I've ever seen. Your hair is like silk from a far-off land. Accent. And to you, I pledge sword. Swear. And to you, I pledge sword. Virtue in hand. This dribble continues for approximately 374 more pages, some of them more than a little steamy for courtly verse. Someone's a simp for the queen. There's something in here. A mushroom. A very well displayed mushroom. Can't go there. Let me see if I can open this. Unlocked. Would GGobbie at the head of party again? Sure. Hey, I'm almost level 10. Once again, this game rewards thoroughness, much like Larian's other games. Dwarven Dagger. Send to GGobbie. Oh, that was a new one. Okay. Sorcerers most wanted. Mordus, Dwarf. Suspected links to local Dwarven malefactors. Last seen, Driftwood vicinity. Known associate of Lohar. Search the area beneath the Black Bull Tavern. Riker, Elf. Known Lone Wolf affiliate. Not to be challenged by our forces. By order of the White Magisters. Last seen, Stone Garden Cemetery. Hanag, Lizard. Beware of powerful portal magic. Last seen, hosted by large family in the Black Pits. Almira, human, Black Ring, last seen, captured, and taken by the White Magisters. Sahila, elf, blind mystic, last seen, captured and sent to Fort Joy. Ifan Ben Meistr, human, lone wolf, assassin, last seen, captured and sent to Fort Joy. Addendum. There remains suspicion of sorcerer activity on the northern end of Blood Moon Island. The island itself is currently inaccessible to our forces. Damn, 1,000 XP. Another Dwarven dagger, send to Gobi. Is that all I can click on? Yeah, looks like it. Those tiny amounts of like exploration and looting XP add up.
My inkwell is dry. Fetch me some.
Right away.
Anyone else gonna be mad about Ifan walking around freely?
Bellwether, I need those reports, damn it.
Apparently not.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you? Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd be here.
Ramos the Wanderer.
We wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods. May the Seven usher us to paradise against all the odds.
Lawbrick.
See the cook for stew, friend elf.
Red's the first one to say something, so I'm gonna see if I can follow up with whatever he is looking for.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilga. You got that right.
That's locked.
And I'm saying you can trust me.
Would be
I
my
can see a
stomach,
sorcerer
my
from
lord.
a mile away.
Perhaps I could go downstairs for a bit of stew.
Absolutely not. The coffers, man. The coffers, they're to be guarded day and night.
Yes, of course, my lord.
I don't see a Bramos. Dozing adventurer. He might be down in the Lohar's area.
As you approach the silken-robed noble, Ifan does a double-take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment.
I push him forward. Better you than me when it comes to these stuff shits.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs.
What are you talking about?
The looks they turn upon you are colder than moonlight on a tombstone.
Nice company you keep, Ifan.
I'd best move on. See you around, Baron.
For some reason, the two of them burst into guffaws. Ifan claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roos thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract.
Oh. Handy.
I am Baron Levere. I am Baron Levere, not he. Not he. I am Baron Levere.
Wait, who's he?
An impostor is he. That man over there, a lone wolf in my own sheep's clothing. Bejeweled is he with a false name. Draped is his back with a false mantle. Bedecked are his cheeks with a false beard.
False beard indeed.
Murderer, thief, impostor. I am Baron Levere.
What? Why did he murder you?
A rival's revenge? Another merchant's madness? Oh, the fever of gold is reason's bane. But it matters no longer what drove them to daggers. It matters who drove them into my flesh. You who hears the laments of the dead, avenge me. Kill the false baron. Give me back my name. Please, avenge me.
What the devil are you staring at?
You're
Here
weird,
now.
my lord.
When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see.
Why are you calling me small?
Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir?
I saw you talking with Ifan already.
I've no idea what you're talking about. Now, will you be leaving my room under your own power, or will I have to whistle up my guards?
You know, it's funny. The innkeeper told me this was my room.
Ah, so it's dear Prudence who's responsible for our confusion. Odd, she's usually as strict as a taxman. Still, no harm done, I suppose. I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levere, at your service.
You know what? The game is up. I've met with the real Baron Levere, or rather his spirit.
Well, bugger me with a bull's horn. Although, met with his spirit, you say? My, my, my. Who's the little mouse that comes a-sniffing out the wolf? Could he be a god-woken?
Oh, shit. Well, yes, I am a godwoken. How do you know about such things?
I know, because every lone wolf in the land is looking to sink its teeth into your flesh.
Every lone wolf in the land? I look meaningfully over at Ifan. How many of your packs are to be found around here?
Enough that their howling could keep a forest awake, and howl they will, for our prey is mine. You're about to make me very, very rich, little mouse. Richer even than butchered old Baran, whose dead appearance I'm keeping alive. Speaking of keeping up appearances... You men, stand by your master! This ruffian has come to rob me!
Oh dear. Sorry, Ifan. I know he was your friend. Ow! Let's see. We all have the suffocating trait. Is that an aura? Yeah, he has the vacuum aura. Shit. See if we can't turn that against him. Poke and dagger. No. Backlash. Petrify. Adrenaline. Flurry. I almost got all of his magic armor out. Oh, I did. Ha ha! That went exactly as I wanted it to. I burned down his magic armor and the charm, he tried to move and the charm hit him. Dazing bolt on these two. Uncanny evasion on the Red Prince. Oof. That hurts. Medusa head. Provoke. Oh, that was immune to being taunted because petrified, and then he's charmed still. That's fine. Bloody arrows.
I'm ready.
Let's see. First aid yourself, Ifan. And mend metal. They both have so much physical armor. We're gonna keep going on Baron Levere. Man, I love charming stuff. You're out of physical, you're out of physical. Oh, they can't be moved forcibly, though. They're both petrified. Bouncing shield.
I'll yield to none.
Why did I do that? Blinding radiance. Red, you don't really have any magic damage, so just whirlwind, I guess. He missed on that one, but he's petrified. Crippling blow. Sky shot. Ricochet. Oh, that didn't go as planned. Nope. He still has... They all still have some physical armor. Let's see. Flurry. At least I can get backstab on this guy. Restoration on Red Prince. Oh, he bought so much physical armor back. Battle Stomp. And nope, that was bad. That's not what I wanted. Favorable wind.
I'm ready.
Battle Stomp again. Wow, that hit him really hard. Let's see if I can knock him down. Ifan is silenced. Oh, because he's... Okay, we're gonna have to burn him down. Flaming Skin. Interesting. I don't remember that spell. Put that guy to sleep. Raining blood. And Bloodsucker on the Red Prince. Nice. Oh no! Gobbie's a chicken! Knockdown. Oh, that didn't work. Shield bounce. All in. Pass turn. Shoot him. Oh no! Oh, red. Holy shit. Restoration. Red Prince.
I'll yield to none.
Toss Baron Levere over here. Uncanny evasion on the Red Prince. Nice. Crap. Atrophic can't attack. I guess you're silenced too, aren't you? Yep. You can't do shit, Red. Pass turn. Red Prince resisted death. Haha! He's stormed again. Blinding Radiance! Bouncing shield on Baron Levere. Oh, they're trying to kill him. Oh, Red Prince is down? What? Fine.
I'll yield to none.
Tactical retreat.
Prepare yourself.
He's dead. Shackles of Pain. Pass. Op attack. Holy crap, Red. What is that weapon? I have to go double check that thing. Throwing knives. Ding. Level 10. Adrenaline. Flurry. And that, as they say, is that. Ooh. Strength gear for Beast. Oh, that's int gear. Probably send that to Beast. Wand for Beast. Crossbow for Ifan. Pick that up. 2 daggers. A key. Lone Wolf's Mark. Pick that up. Read. C. You know what to do. Infiltrate the tavern at Driftwood. Driftwood. Sorry. Enunciate. Find a mark whose identity can serve you. Then, trap and kill a Godwoken. Top price for our client for each one. Bring their heads to me at the sawmill to cash in. Roost. I don't remember at all what Roost is supposed to sound like, so yeah. Oh, why am I encumbered again? Equipment. Baron's electrifying and burning daggers. Manage runes. Remove. Let's see. Well, first things first. If I can get Lore Master 2. Who did I have developing Lore Master? I think it might have been Red Prince. Yeah. Ifan has more bartering. I'll just keep that going, I guess. Oh, maybe I should reassign stuff on Red. Oh, it's time for stream to be over. Crap. I'll do this real quick. We want more summoning. More finesse. And some memory. Beast. A little more constitution. Little strength. We'll give you another point in Aerothurge. And a point in sneaking. Red boy. We gave you Lore Master 2, and we need to go through all this crap and identify it. Strength. Wits. Yeah, another point of warfare. GGobbie, what are we doing? Let's see. Thievery 3. Necro.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
We're gonna do the point of finesse. And a point of intelligence. All right, identifying crap. Level 8. Where's? Store. This has Huntsman and Scoundrel on it. Send to Ifan. Hydro and Geo. Let's give that to Beast. Anar's boots. Nah, they're not very good. Knitted gloves. Identify. Huntsman and Lucky Charm. Who did have Lucky Charm, and why didn't I put a point into that? Nobody has Lucky Charm on this playthrough. Send that to Beast and put the Lucky Charm and the Huntsman on GGobbie because he already has some points in that. Lone Wolf Mark I will send to Ifan. Constitution and Thievery. And it's an upgrade. Nice. Yeah, you can switch pants slot. Put that on you. Beast. Yeah, that's actually a good one for a battle mage. a robe with strength on it and Aerothurge. Oh, Alexander's cloak had blinding radiance on it, though. I'll just send that to Lady Vengeance. Yeah, you need ring upgrades.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a
Don't need wands.
Then you're an idiot. You've got a pig
Okay.
you can trust.
I'll send that to Ifan. Or maybe I'll send it to Red. Strength and bartering.
And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, then can any of us?
Or I'll just remove the rune from it. And sell it.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
Identify this ring. Geo and summoning. Ooh. See, that has Geomancer on it. I can upgrade that to this one with Huntsman. Send that to Red Prince. And that.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
Replace the crappy ring. Yeah, replace both of his rings.
I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, then can any of us?
Oh, these are both really good two-handed axes. Enough so that, like, I'm not entirely sure there's a difference. That one has cleave damage on it, though, so I'm gonna store that one. Stabs we're not using. Basic plate armor. Oh, right. If I swap his armor, he's going to need a full set, because otherwise each piece of this individually is cursed without the full set. So, yeah.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
Simple belt. Plate gloves. Ifan.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Quit. Sell.
If I can get Alexander, then can any of us?
Equip. Damage runes. Okay. Let's give this one accuracy rune, and the weapon select. There we go. We'll add fire damage to the crossbow. Make sure things blow up. The daggers. Deal some earth damage with them. Beast, you're equipped with this. Fun with runes. Boost physical armor.
Kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night
Yep.
with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
Think so. That's all I needed. Okay, little 15 minutes over. But I think I have to work kind of far away, so I'm not going to stay up too late here. I will do my recap. Finally made our way into Driftwood. I learned a little bit of Ifan's backstory. He is a lone wolf. They have a whole like naming system, and he is known as the Silver Claw. Apparently, I would be the Coal Fang. Then we rescued Meistr Siva from basically the gallows, where she awaited personal execution by Dallas the Hammer. But we rescued her from that, and she taught us how to perform the ritual to enter the Hall of Echoes and further expand our Godwoken powers. There I met the visage of myself, which ended up being Duna, and he taught me how to use the Spirit Vision spell, which allows me to see ghosts. I then made my way up into the Black Bull Tavern. At some point, Ifan got arrested, and I went into the jail and killed all the guards there. And then went into the Black Bull Tavern, had an encounter with an acquaintance of Ifan's, and maybe accidentally let slip that I'm Godwoken, which the lone wolves are currently hunting. So they became aggressive, and Ifan himself even joined us in defending against them. That's all that was in there is bed linen? Yeah. Pretty concise recap this time. Interesting that so many spots have on the origins of Luchin. You'd think it would be their Bible. Glass of wine. Carrot. Dinner. I guess I will do one last thing. Hey, stop. Oh, it's finesse gear. Send that to Ifan. Slight upgrade for me. Oh, I lose thievery though. Yeah.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Careful now, that's a trap. I should be able to pick that lock now that I've so much thievery equipped. Baron Levere's Ring of Bartering has the Chicken's Claw ability attached to it. I will hang on to that. Hopefully I'll remember that next session. Anyway, yeah, that's the recap. As always, if you're watching my YouTube VOD, feel free to come join me over on Twitch, where I start at 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I will draw for about an hour, or do something creative in general for an hour, before moving on to video game. Tomorrow I will be playing Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster on Steam. So 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time is when video game starts, but you're welcome to come in and hang out while I'm drawing as well. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. Yeah, greatly appreciate all of you for tuning in and watching. Very much enjoying Divinity Original Sin 2 on, I think, my 5th playthrough now. But it's my 2nd solo Tactician playthrough. I did drag a friend through Tactician once, and it was a whole thing. I enjoyed it though. I'll revisit that. The yeah. So tomorrow, Bravely Default. What is happening in Bravely Default? I am in chapter 4, and I am climbing the central fortress. I guess I'm trying to get to the Earth Crystal to awaken it. We are in the capital of Eternia, finally, where the Grand Marshal has been doling out orders to try and capture Anyas. So we're finally basically in the belly of the beast. And I'm a little bit underleveled for it. The last boss fight I had took a full hour. I beat it in one attempt, but it did take a full hour. Yeah, very, very fun game. Great music, great JRPG mechanics, very classic Final Fantasy style. It's basically a Final Fantasy game. And yeah, I'll be playing that tomorrow and Thursday. Friday I have D&D, so I will not be playing anything. But on the weekend at noon Central Daylight Time, I will be playing No Man's Sky again, and I will be continuing with the base specialist storylines. Much more character-driven than a lot of No Man's Sky, but yeah. Hopefully you guys can join me for any of that, or just, you know, come in, hang out, and it'll be a good time. See you tomorrow. Did I save? I should save. I should manual save. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I have a couple people over. I did tell my friend Sausage that I would raid over to him. Oh, speaking of, my friend Sausage, I find out, is a streamer as well. Switch over to chatting. Ooh, I've got like anime spiky hair. Yeah, my friend Sausage is... What happened to my stream? Oh, that got real laggy for a second. Weird. Sorry, that got really laggy for a second when I closed the game. Yeah, my friend Sausage from Final Fantasy XIV, at least that's where I met him. He's an adorable guy. We love Sausage. I found out that he was streaming. I was watching him play Arc Raiders earlier. And he was talking about how he just mostly likes to goof around, but also just like spread just goofy fun to other players. He doesn't actually like spend much energy going around killing other players. He will defend himself, but like he set up a dance party in this hotel on the new map that was released. Yeah, he's just a very fun guy. Very, you know, probably more high energy than I am. I think I'm more on the more artsy side as far as streamers go. And probably on the more chill side as well. But yeah, he's just a lot of goofy fun. So I'm gonna raid over to him because I told him I would. Assuming he's playing right now. Yeah. Only a few of us, but whatever. Starting raid.